right now, I'm actually building a very big podcast, and not only just a podcast, but we're investing into a e-commerce news platform slash online magazine where we'll be able to like deliver the hottest, freshest news in the e-commerce niche. And the thing is, there's not very many sources, like everybody's covering different things in the world, like a shiny things. But we also need a reliable source in the e-commerce world. And that is the source that we're going to be investing in. It's called eCommerce Sentinel. And eCommerce Sentinel basically will be the leading news platform in the e-commerce space, because we do have the people, we have a lot of talented people who are able to write, who are able to investigate, who are able to put together a comprehensive research and really put out information that makes sense for our readers. I mean, think about this, right? So everybody's, writing about all the general stuff. What if we can cover things and real life case studies as a research that we can publish? Like, I mean, there are so many different things that we can actually shine the light on. Also studying other companies, taking a research from other companies that want to put their name on a publication. There is gonna be so many different methodologies, strategies, expert opinions. Everything the e-commerce store owner would need is going to be found on the eCommerce Sentinel. Now, along with this news platform, we're going to be launching a podcast. And I believe that in the e-commerce universe, we need to be able to identify who are the e-commerce leaders, who are people that are making the most amount of impact, who are people that are doing things in a different way in a market that could be an example for other e-com store owners. Inspiration, hope, strategy, basically like somebody to give you that mentor advice that you need, that you won't have to pay for, because you will hear it straight from the mouths of these masters. So we're going to be interviewing people. We're going to be sharing that podcast in a forms of episodes. Now, here's the thing though. Every single guest that comes onto our platform is going to be heavily vetted. We're not going to let random people just come and interview on our podcast. So you have to actually level up to be able to be here. You have to actually share value. Everything's going to be vetted out early and super tightly. And if we believe that this guest is not going to share a value to our community, we're not going to work with that guest. So the interview process is pretty tight. We also want to deliver these interviews in a large amounts of batches. Imagine if you had a value web to land on. That would be amazing. Like, you consume the value from one episode, but there is 900 other episodes that you can also continuously consume more value and really figure out how you need to position in life, how you need to position in business and e-com world in general. I mean, it's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited for this because right now we already have 10 guests in line who are complete dominators in a space of e-commerce. And I cannot wait to shine the light on these guys and share the insightful information that they're going to share for our community. So it's gonna be awesome. That's something that we're heavily focused on doing. I can't wait to see this whole thing unfold. I can't wait for this whole thing to be actualized. And it's gonna be an amazing journey. So I'll keep you guys posted on exactly how this whole process goes, how we're doing in the middle, how we're scaling this whole thing. We already have a good writers in place that are equipped with every tool that they need to make these breaking news stories happen for us. We have people that are out there extensively vetting out the interviewees that are bringing the qualified people, which we again vet out, bring in as a guest or not. And also we're not gonna be accepting any payments from guests who are trying to get in there and not really offer value to our audience just to kind of promote themselves. So we don't want those kind of people on our platform. This platform is actually going to have editorial guidelines before we even bring anybody on. So stay tuned.